don't know what day this is. Probably shouldn't show you me looking like this. But I decided I'm gonna have to get up and start moving out. Well, now it's time for the trip back. My lens is dirty. As you can tell, yeah, I was right about being sick. According to my Garmin watch, my body's under massive amount of stress. I slept like about, according to that, like 6 hours. I think it was more like 7 hours. And, yeah, I didn't rest well. I was out cold, though. When I finally fell asleep, I was out totally cold. But, again, you know, the night before, not sleeping and then having to drive, and then it was like cold, and I was getting sick. And so, yeah, it sucks being sick. I haven't had a chance to sit down and write in a journal to catch up on everything that's been happening. Hopefully I'm going to get some driving out today as early as possible, and then I think I'm going to get off the road. I'm not going to drive until late, you know, like 7 or 8, and then pull in somewhere to go to sleep and have to start early again, because what happens is you don't get any rest, and you just continue on with the whole thing, and then your body doesn't rest and you don't get healthy. And my daughter's telling me to stay until I feel better. But I'm like, I've been out of work for 2 weeks, and I don't drive, I don't make money. That's a wonderful thing about driving across the country, meeting a lot of different people, really, really hardworking. But enough of that for right now. That's not about this trip. Yeah, but I'm like, I can't, I have to go. Plus, the weather's changing all across the country. We're all moving into winter right now. Even when I left Tennessee, we started to cool down a little bit. But over here, they're about to get a freezing mix and some other stuff, and I have to go through Colorado. And I was thinking about going up into Nebraska this trip back, but no. I can knock off another state. That would be really, really wonderful to do. However, I don't want to get caught in the freezing rain and everything else that's going to happen over here, because I was noticing coming across 70 is that they have these giant arms, these barriers that come down and they close down the road. And I was thinking, I didn't say it out loud, I'm going to say it out loud now. I was thinking, for what reason would you close down a whole road? And when you do that, how do people travel? So it's insane. So I want to get out of here before that happens and get closer east as soon as possible. But I hope that I get enough rest, and I don't know what I'm going to eat or drink, because I'm not like I'm at home. I have all the stuff that I would need, the ginger and the lemon and everything else. So I don't know what I can do to boost my, I'm looking at the bed, searching for thoughts to do that. But it's now about 7 a.m.-ish over here in Moab, Utah. Oh yeah, by the way, I never left Moab. I was supposed to leave straight out of the park and start going east. But as I said, I was not feeling well. I was feeling really, really bad. I felt kind of warm, fever-ish, and I was getting dizzy. I was like, you know what? Nope, don't do it. I'm too far away from anything and anybody, including my own doctors. So I decided to stay. And it cost me more money than I wanted to be here. But now it's time to hightail it out of here and hopefully pass through before that terrible weather hits, which is going to be on Wednesday. So I'm hoping not to get stuck. You know, if I don't feel well and then get stuck and have to stay an extra time, that's just going to kill a whole bunch of other things I need to do. Yeah. So that's it for today. Now I need to clean up, make myself look presentable, and hit the road again. This is going to be for breakfast. I've heard about this one to try it. I was actually supposed to cook this at the campsite, but that's what we're having today. And ain't gonna lie, that looks like doo-doo. It's tasty, could use a little bit more salt, but It is very tasty. I was going to get the regular ones, but I do love black beans, so decided to get the black bean refried beans. And yeah, that is going to be my breakfast. Breakfast is served. Great conversation with the guys at this visitor center that I didn't catch coming in, but now I'm heading back out, heading back east. I decided to stop at the visitor center. Wait, let me turn that back around. See? That's the town. Oh, well, Butch Cassidy. Did you have enough time to read? Ooh, look what I found. Oh, the wind blowing up in here. I am. Welcome back. This is day, you know what? I have no clue. I have forgotten. I haven't even kept up with my journaling. As you guys know, I've been sick. So, as per my daughter's advice, I parked here in Colorado. I was so tired. I was falling asleep. I didn't want to drive this far that I got into. I'm in Limon, Colorado, right off of I-70. I stopped here on my way east. No, I stopped here on my way west. Now I'm stopping here on my way east because I was driving yesterday. I don't want to stop in Denver. It was packed. You know, I come from a city, lived in a city. I don't want to stay in a city. And I just kept driving. I was so drained. Then it got dark. I was like, where am I going to go? Maybe I should go back to the other hotel. It's like 2 hours away. I'm like, I'm not doing that. But as I kept driving, trying to find hotels close to the road or just close, the pickings was slim. It was like 2 as you were going through. Denver had a few other ones, but then as you leave Denver, there's like 2. And so I'm like, oh, man. By the time I looked at the clock again, the sun was gone. I was an hour away from the same hotel. So I ended up coming back here. And then for the price I paid for the other night, I got 2 nights here. The problem with that is when I came through here a couple of days ago, the lady was telling me that Wednesday we're going to get an icy mix. And I was saying, I don't want to get caught in that. But I also decided to listen to my daughter and just stay here and get some rest, to rest my body so it could fight this cold off, which I did last night, which is a good thing. I hate to take it a little too personal, but you know, when you drive a lot, when you just sit down, drivers, bus drivers, and school drivers, whoever does this for a living will probably tell you this. So turn around if they're in your family and ask your family member about this. You know, if you don't exercise a lot, you don't have regular bowel movements, and when you do, you know, it bothers you. So it's always good to get off the road or get off and get some exercise, do something else. So, you know, generally when I'm home, you guys know that I'm out hiking on the weekend, but what you don't know is during the week, you know, I'll take some walks or I'm going to the gym. That way that keeps your body moving, as my dad used to say, which is keep moving, have exercise. So that's part of that. So I was here and I was able to just relax, not have to rush this morning. Man, was that a nice one this morning. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I really need this time just to slow down and just to stop. So it is now almost 12 o'clock. So I'm going to run out and get the stuff prepared to get out of here, Lord willing, tomorrow, and ahead of whatever that cold rain that's going to be dropping in here. And hopefully it will not hit Kansas as I'm going to be going into Kansas. But I hear that they're going to be having up to 25-mile-an-hour winds over there. And the speed limit over there is 75, 80, something like that. I think it's 75. So that's going to be a lot. I was getting pushed around coming out here out west. And, you know, folks in the big city don't get this, is that when you're outside of a city, people around here really pay attention to the weather, because the weather determines on what's going to be happening for you during your day. If you're working out here as a trucker, you have to plan accordingly and doing, it's just a lot of stuff, even with the farmers out here. But that's it. So that is what happened. Nothing exciting. But now I need to go because this car is rocking with the wind pushing it. I'm going to hurry up before it starts getting dark and cold. Anyway, bye.
Stay away from that old Viper man. Don't you take that fruit he's holding in his hand. Just one bite and you'll be swinging with the band. If you hang around that old Viper man, if you should come across a viper in the night, that's when you get the hit that makes you feel alright. You'll be high and trouble's out of sight. So don't you hang around that viper in the night. You'll be high. You take one hit and you'll be swinging with the band when you hang around that old viper man. Temptation leads you by your lily hand. You'll be moving your body to the dance when you cut it with that old viper man. You'll be high. You take one hit and you'll be swinging with the band when you hang around that old viper man.
Today, ham and cheese. Brought this back in Colorado when I was in Ramon. I'm here in Kansas, trying to make it straight through all the way to Nashville. So I'm going to park in Nashville tonight, hang out, maybe catch some live music and some barbecue. However, it's about 9 hours away, and if I don't feel like driving the straight 9 hours to get in town about 9:30, so probably won't do it. Maybe I'll wait till I get home and then go check out something, or just make that another day, another trip to Nashville. Butter. This is really not what I would let me do. When I was a kid, we used to get free lunches in the Bronx during the summer, and it would have like some prison bologna and cheese, and they use butter. I don't have any mayo, but I did buy butter when I brought the bread and butter the other day. So there you go. I unfortunately have to eat ham and cheese with butter. I don't know if you can hear me above all the noise of the cars, but I know I look foolish talking to my food box, and no one can actually see I'm talking into a camera. And I ran into a guy the other day, in front of the gas station last night, and he was cooking up in the back of his truck. I said, "Oh, it looks good." He said, "Yeah, better than being at a fast food restaurant." I was like, "Yeah, I just came out with the grilled." I just came out with a grilled steak taco, which was not worth the money I spent on it. I got maybe 2 bites out of it. I was like, this is really disgusting. The few pieces of meat I found in it, there was some other green stuff in it. The tortilla was burnt. The cheese was questionable. I ended up throwing it out. And I had food in here that I was supposed to be eating, which would have been the sandwich last night. No, it was supposed to be I was supposed to be having this last night. So, this one was, I tried Trilltopia before, but their breakfast, so now I was going to try their entrees. So, I think I'm going to end up having this tonight because I'm having a sandwich now, or at least for lunch. I just had breakfast. And we'll see. If I get real hungry later on tonight, then fine. I may just stay in a hotel until the last minute because I'll probably like half the leg home to Knoxville. But yeah, I should hit Tennessee soon. And yeah, so that's about it. I'll show you the finished product in a second. And there you go, unsanitary, sitting on top of a dirty box. But I need to get back in and drive. I didn't make it quite to Kansas City, so decided not to stop for some music and jazz. So I guess this won't end all that great. But I'm in the best looking, hold on. The best looking comfort, oh look. A little rubber ducky, you're so great. I don't even know the song. This is, by far, the best comfort inn I have ever stayed in. And I have traveled a lot over the years and stayed in many of them and many of the associated hotels. Dang, I'm only here for a night. It would have been nice. This was built as with a railroad theme, a railroad depot there. In 2002, from the ground up. Wow, it wasn't one of those ones where they take over another hotel, some two-bit hotel, and then they don't change anything. But this one's built from the ground up, and it is nice. But it is hot in here, and I'm going to eat my cold pizza now. So, see you on the road. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I came over here, I put down my coat, and I walk over here, and I saw something by the mirror, and I didn't have my glasses kind of dark. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I'm like, what the heck is that on the floor? And I tried to get over here real close. I went to kick it and did like this. Oh, snap. That's so cool. However, how many of you are old enough to remember when that was the way that we used to have to step on turning our brights on our high beams in a car? I was on fast for 16 hours. Because last night, I think, was like the worst day during this whole trip. And I must have eaten a bunch of nasty stuff. And it's really weird. As I'm getting older now, I'm finding that pizza or tomato sauce, or even which are now giving me indigestion, which is like really weird. First thing I got older was I became allergic to shrimp. It was maybe like 20 years ago, so I don't even touch shrimp. Thank God I can still eat fish. Anyway, I pulled out of the hotel, about to hit the road. I said, you know what? Let me see if there's a Walmart around here, because this town was kind of big. There was. So I found a bag of salad. Oh my gosh. Right now, this is about the best thing in the world to me. All that trash I ate yesterday was a lot of outdoor food. I skipped off my food schedule. Anyway, my food plan. And so today, salad got grape, got a couple of, what you call it. But, I don't know why I'm telling you this, because it just happens. It feels like the greatest thing. It's just a spread. I haven't had any vegetables about 2 days when I ran out of salad. And I hadn't stopped because there was no grocery stores anywhere close to me except in the town that I went into. I got the bread and the meat. I mean, the bread from the onion bread I was getting from it, and then the water the other day in Kansas. I don't even know what day this is. I'm so lost. But this is the last push, 10 hours back to Knoxville. So this is the end of the road. Yeah, I didn't record much. I'm going to get a chance to do all the other fun stuff I wanted to do on the way back. But I've had some great conversations with Americans. Great conversations everywhere I stopped. In the supermarket, the guy at the hotel this morning, just told me about a road trip that he took with his friends a couple of years ago. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to go back to eating and then hustle on down this road.